Hey guys, Sasha for netbooknews.com, and it's been a while since I've unboxed my last netbook. I think it was the EPC 1015BX with the AMD Fusion APU that we unboxed, I think back in September last year. And as you can see, I still have a couple of netbooks around. That's not all, I'll tell you that for sure. But it seems like more people are going for hybrids in these days, like the Asus ePad Transformer Prime here. So this is basically the second generation of the hybrid, and I obviously have a hard time to open it. And over here we have the very first ePad Transformer that came out last summer. I tell you one thing for sure, each and every netbook that Asus is delivering to the market is outselling all their tablets. But anyways, that was just a little side statement regarding the netbook market. It's time for a new unboxing, and today I got my very first Intel Atom Cedar Trail netbook. That's the Acer Aspire One D270, and it's running on the Intel Atom N2600, which is a I think it was a 1.6 gigahertz dual core processor. And yeah, I got the limited edition, by the way, because of this fancy lid over here, and it also has a kind of special design on the trackpad. We're going to take a look at it right now. What about the pricing? It was about 10,000 NTs. That's around 330 US dollars or 275 euros or 250 euros. And I think that's really cheap for what you get. So let's start the unboxing and let's dive right into it. I just got it over here in Taipei at the Guangha Digital Plaza. Oh, by the way, there you can see this fancy trackpad. And let's see what's in this box. We have a little quick manual here. Okay, that looks good. And here we go. Seems like netbook manufacturers are really taking care of their customers. So they're always providing a little sleeve. I would love to see this with tablets. And as we know, tablets are a little bit more expensive than a netbook. So we have a standard Acer PSU, and I'm sure that we have a dozen of these right now. And over here, that's the connector for the Taiwanese and the US power outlet. And last but not least, here's the netbook. And we have a couple of manuals here and, you know, all the stuff that I can't read because it's in Chinese. Let's get rid of this box. And let's also get rid of these fellas over here so we can absolutely focus on our new Acer Aspire One D270. There it is. Okay, let's zoom in a little bit. Here we go. As you immediately can see, it has this fancy balloon design. It's all white. Let's take a quick look around it. So we have a power connector here. That's the Ethernet connector, a VGA out, and look at this. HDMI out. Welcome to the 21st century, Intel Atom netbooks. A USB 2.0, there's nothing on the front. We have a 4-in-1 card reader, jack for the headset and microphone, and two more USB 2.0, and of course a Kensington key lock. And on the back, I immediately noticed that this is going to be a pain in the ass to open. Well, we have some screws here, but I'm still not sure how easy it is to get down to the motherboard if you want to upgrade it with some RAM, because it already comes with 1 GB DDR3 RAM, and I'm sure it should support at least 2 GB DDR3 RAM. I'm not sure about the chipset right now, if it will also support 4 GB, but you know what, I'm going to leave a comment on the video right now. And of course, we have a lithium-ion battery. And this is a 6-cell one, which is not getting out of here. Okay, I love to do this on camera, I tell you that. Okay, here we go. So this is a 48 is it 48 or actually it's 49 watt hour battery. In my opinion, that's a little bit disappointing. The more power the Intel Atom platform was saving, the smaller the batteries became. And I remember that I still have a Samsung NC10 here with a 63 watt hour battery. So imagining a 63 watt hour battery on a Cedar platform, this would easily provide you like 15 hours of battery life. But I shouldn't complain too much, because if we just look at this Acer Aspire one, that was a D255 running on Android, or that it was a dual boot Android Windows XP Home edition, and it came with a 3-cell battery, and guess what the price was? 9,900, and that was only a year ago. So for the same price point, you're now getting a device with a 6-cell battery. This was a 3-cell with 24 watt hours, and with Windows 7 Starter, and with the new Intel Atom, with a 320 gigabyte hard disk and whatnot. So let's open it finally. Okay, we need to zoom out again. Here we go. And you immediately notice this is a glossy 10.1 inch display, something that I absolutely hate. I hate glossy displays, and they're already horrible on tablets, but they're also horrible on netbooks, of course. Here it says here Balloon Carnival Special Edition. Maybe I want to keep this little sticker over there. And we see this kind of, wouldn't say famous, but this is the Acer version of a chiclet keyboard. Let's move in here a little bit. It's pretty, the keys are pretty big and responsive, and you know, if I'm really putting some pressure on it, you can see it's bending a little bit, but it's easy to write on it. I really like the feeling of this chiclet keyboard, even though that I would still prefer the one that Asus is using. Let me show you. Here we go. That's the one from the 1015BX, so that's quite a difference. I think it's easier to type on this one, but still, right, I shouldn't complain about this. It's a good netbook keyboard. The trackpad, here we go, looks fancy. It's a single mouse button, responsive too. What about resolution of the display? 1024 by 600, as always. 1 GB of RAM, 320 GB hard disk drive, and by the way, this is a multi-trackpad, at least that's what Acer is saying. And what they're also claiming is it's an ultra-thin design. As you can see, by the way, this is 1.1 kilograms. But talking about ultra-thin design, is it thinner than this Acer Aspire 1 D255, which is about a year old and was super cheap? I don't think so. So I'm questioning this marketing buzz term ultra in the new Cedar netbook, and especially if we compare this to an Asus ePad Transformer Prime. Well, talking about ultra thin again, right? This little fella is a quad core over here. But anyways, let's fire it up. Oops, a nice little limited edition sticker just went off. And let's have a quick boot. Oops, the other way around. A quick boot so we can see how fast it's booting up. You know, the good thing about Taiwanese stores is they are doing an unboxing for you in the store, just to make sure that everything is working and that you're happy with your device and whatnot. I just love it, and I think we should film this in the future. Here we go. So I would guess this takes about 30 to 40 seconds. Oh, that's me. Yeah, now you can see this glossy mirror here. Almost there. Almost. We can do it. Come on. Here we go. Well, Windows 7 Starter Edition, that's the most limited version of Windows 7. But still, I think for this price, $330, and I tell you one thing, I'm very confident that the mainstream netbook will go for below $300 US. We will have a sweet spot in between $250 and $300 US for future netbooks from premium brands like Acer, Asus, Samsung, you name them. Welcome to the world of bloatware. It's packed with McAfee, Netflix, eBay, Acer games, and it's just, I don't want to see this. Hey, by the way, McAfee, you can't activate this product when I'm not connected to the internet. So, why? Right, just, I hated to have these things in the auto start. But anyways, what we're going to do, of course, you will see some detailed benchmarks on the Intel Atom Cedar Trail platform. This is just the first unboxing and impression of the new Acer Aspire One D270 limited edition. Because of this fancy design, I can't stop pointing at it. Goes for about $300 to $330 over here in Taiwan, and should be available at an Acer retailer in Northern America and in Europe by next week, already starting this week. I'm Sasha from netbooknews.com. Thank you so much for watching, guys.